How's it going, everybody? It's been a while. It's been a while. Here we are, though. NBA Finals. We made it through the whole NBA season. Just trying to log into my computer so I can see the chat. Can't see any. I won't be able to see any comments. All right, let me make sure the sound is good. All right, what's going on, y'all? Can y'all hear me? I'm trying to see if the sound is good. Okay, I can hear it. Brittany, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. All right, so what's everybody thinking about this finals? Uh, Oklahoma City kind of had it. They were doing really well, and all right, cool. Thank you, Dylan. And I guess Tyrese Halliburton happened. It's interesting. A lot of people are trying to evaluate the growth of Tyrese Halliburton. And Tyrese Halliburton is obviously one of the better players in the NBA. He's all NBA third team. But if we're also looking at it, Pascal Siakam was an all-star this year. He was Eastern Conference Finals player. You know, his numbers are pretty similar in the playoffs to the regular season. He's just shooting that three ball really well at 46%, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, what is everybody thinking? What is everybody thinking? You thinking Indiana might do it? This is an interesting Indiana team without any like traditional, I guess, massive name, all time great players. SGA kind of did what SGA does. Jalen Williams as well. Jalen Williams didn't really shoot the ball that well, but SGA shot it 30 times, but he shot it pretty well, 14 of 30. So his shooting was actually pretty good. And Lou Dort shot the three ball well. He didn't have any points outside of his threes. Chet Holmgren with a block. I feel like his presence makes a difference. Alex Caruso, definitely one of the better defenders in the game. It's just one of those things. I think I think Indiana's unusual. I mean, part of it with Indiana too was I you know can't take anything away, but you have to wonder if Cleveland was healthy and if Boston was healthy, would one of those teams be in the finals? Maybe not. Maybe not. But Evan Mobley was injured. Donovan Evan Mobley wasn't healthy. Donovan Mitchell wasn't healthy. Um, Darius Garland wasn't healthy. And it seemed like Cleveland was trying to buy as much time as they could to get everybody right, but it wasn't enough time. You know, um, Nemhart is definitely underrated. Um, he's where do you go? Gonzaga. Yeah, just like his brother. But he's like what 6'5", 6'4". Yeah, he's 6'4". His brother's small, a lot smaller than that. But yeah, I feel like that's one of the challenges the Knicks had. Um, Jalen Brunson was struggling to defend Halliburton and Nemhart. You know, Jalen Brunson's not a bad defender, but he struggles. He struggles a lot with these one-on-one matchups, and I don't know if it's because he's asked to score more now, or it's just because he's not traditionally the type of athlete that some of these other guys are. But even Tyrese Halliburton, right? Tyrese Halliburton's not like an ultra athlete. Um, yeah, I mean Tyrese Halliburton and Andrew Nemhart, they're not really known for their athleticism. To me, these are guys who are more known for understanding the game, thinking the game. It's interesting how Tyrese Halliburton, like how some of these guys' careers have kind of played out, right? Because if the Clippers don't trade SGA, he's probably a role player, right? And if Sacramento doesn't trade Tyrese Halliburton, he's a role. He's playing basically second fiddle to Fox, and we know he already left to go to San Antonio. So it's one of those things. Like you've seen it a lot of times. You've seen it with Victor Oladipo. Oops. Seen it with Victor Oladipo. He goes from Oklahoma City to Indiana and he becomes a multi-time All-Star. It's just interesting with a lot of these guys. Or Isaiah Thomas going from Sacramento to Phoenix, playing behind Dragic pretty much, and then he goes to Boston. and he's like third in MVP voting, averaging 29 points a game. So it's one of those things where a lot of the NBA, for a lot of good players, it's just the role that you have. So it's kind of situational. It's not necessarily that guys are not good. It's a lot of the times it has to do with the role. So if you don't really have like a bigger role, then you're not necessarily. Then sometimes people may not be able to. You may not be able to show your full repertoire. Um, Obi Toppin has played better for Indiana than he was with the Knicks. Not to say that he was bad on the Knicks, but probably just a little bit more of an opportunity, right? To what was being said, more of an opportunity on Indiana. So it's just one of those things. It's tricky. It's tricky. I'm sure most people expected OKC to take it, but didn't really end up that way. Tyrese Halliburton clutching up in the right way in these playoffs, and he's proven that he's one of the better players in the league. He started off the season slowly, right, which is why he didn't make the All-Star team, and didn't really play that much in the Olympics. But nobody really questioned it. You know, Jrue Holiday and Derek White, they're more known for being like high level defenders. Not that Tyrese Halliburton doesn't play defense. I think he's good defensively. I think he's solid. Just those two are just two of the best the NBA has. I'm pretty sure Derek White probably made all defensive team. Jrue Holiday probably didn't. Very injury riddled year. Jrue Holiday didn't look healthy at all, which I think is one of the challenges with this Boston team. I don't know if Boston could run it back. You know, that injury to Tatum, Jrue Holiday didn't look healthy. Porzingis has had some challenges with health. When he's healthy, he's great. Derek White did not make all defensive. Wow, that's interesting. That is interesting. I want to see who made the all defensive teams. I know it was Mobley, Dyson Daniels. I'm sure it was on first team. Okay. Okay, so Mobley, yeah, Dyson Daniels, Lou Dort, Draymond, and Amin Thompson. Tough to argue with that. Jaren Jackson Jr. on second team. Wow. Zubats, he's made a big growth progression this year. Jalen Williams, okay. Can't be mad at that. Kamara. Okay. Rudy. Miles Turner doesn't get the respect on the defensive end, which is crazy. But I do think Victor Wembanyama would have won it if he was healthy. But that's just my thoughts. Yeah, Miles Turner, I don't see him on any defensive teams. That's crazy. Amin Thompson's a sick athlete, though. He's a sick athlete. All right, y'all. God bless in Jesus'